No. Take it easy. Take it easy. I spent. Anna Carson, like my Sicilian mom was saying, just relax. We're starting. I got Johnny here. I think we have a slight discrepancy on how we see the Devin Haney, Brian Norman Jr. fight. Not a major discrepancy. I'm torn on this fight, Johnny. I really am. But let me pass the rock to you. I'll let you play point a little bit. Introduce yourself, and let's go. I got to put the link in my Discord because I wasn't ready to start on time.
All right, what's up, everybody? We're also streaming on my channel. For those coming up from my channel, go follow Gary at 3D Boxing right now. We're linked up. For those watching me on Gary's channel, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure coming on Big G's show. It's one of those weekends. I don't know how my stress levels would take having a weekend like this every week, but I do like the stress of the debate. Because I posted my breakdown of Dev versus Norman last night, and I woke up with hate. Like it's just one of those cultural fights to where you're gonna pick one side and you're gonna be called names from the other side, and I kind of like that a little bit because you know what I mean. But it's just one of those fights.
I can't wait to get called a racist too because that's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah,
that happens all the time. They're both black fighters.
Which makes total sense considering, like you said,
that always happens. It doesn't matter what fighter you pick. The other side, if there's a Chinese fighter and an Eskimo, and I pick the Eskimo, the Chinese, you're a racist. Like, all right, man. All right.
Yeah, I feel it's just this era. Whenever Devin Haney fights, he's always going to be sort of one of these names synonymous with some sort of controversy. And I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I saw, you broke down, you're leaning on Haney, and I'm leaning on Norman Jr.
Hang on 1 second. All right. Give me 1 second. My bad. So break it down right off the bat. How do you think the fight goes? What does the fight look like? Do you think Norman's just going to steamroll him? Is it going to take him time? Is he going to break him down? Is he going to be losing? Is it going to look like Caleb Plant and David Benavidez type thing where he just gets broken down over time? How does the fight look?
Okay, so I've gotten a couple people over the last 24 hours sending me, and I like this. There's a lot of pro Haney fans, which I like, and I want to sort of preface what I'm about to say with this. I picked Devin to beat Ramirez. I picked Devin to beat Garcia. I picked Devin to beat Regis. So just so you know, I'm not a Devin Haney hater. When I go into these matchups, I'm looking at everything from stylistic matchups to where they've been in their career, where they're going in the career, but more importantly, what have you looked like lately? And in my breakdown, I talked about with each fighter, if you take Haney and Norman, if you take their last 500 days, and that's it. Because on Haney's resume, you're going to see these massive names. You're going to see like 25 years from now when, the time is coming past, people are going to just look at his resume. Even if he retires right now or loses the next 10 fights, they're going to be like, holy shit, he fought that guy, that guy, that guy, this guy, that guy, and that guy. But it takes a wise and a very intuitive boxing fan to understand you can't just look at who he fought. You have to dig a little bit deeper. You have to see what weight classes he fought them at. How old was the fighter they fought them at? Were there any sort of stipulations of how much could one weigh? How much was one cutting weight? All that aside, I'm not disparaging Haney's resume. I just don't think it's as good as people says it is. I don't think Devin Haney is as good as people says he is. I don't think there's things in Devin's game, and one of the boys sent me Devin Haney's jab, and they were talking about, well, Haney's jab is good enough to be able to neutralize Brian Norman Jr. and win a 12-round fight. And I just said I totally disagree. I was like, his jab to me is okay. It's not a Richardson Hitchens jab. It's not a confident jab. He's not sitting on anything. He's just kind of popping it out there. And then he sends me this video. So then I sent him one right back and was like, this is why Haney's jab is shit, because it's not his jab that's shit, it's his right hand. He has a tendency every time, especially if he's going to sit in the pocket, to tap and the right hand falls. And if he does that, what he did against Ryan multiple times without making adjustments against a guy, in my opinion, Ryan Garcia, domestic guy. I've never said Garcia was world class. I've always said Garcia is a guy who stopped evolving.
That shot's fired right there. Ryan Garcia's domestic level?
Here's why. North American domestic level because he stopped evolving at the amateur level. He hasn't added anything to his game after he got turned into a pro. I think it's one of these double-edged swords because his lead hook was so good. He felt like he didn't have to add footwork. He didn't have to add anything else to it. He looks like a guy who's leveled off, and I think Devin Haney is the same in my opinion. And when I look at I feel like you're getting caught time and time again against Garcia with his limited footwork, his limited setups, his limited entrances. You do that against Norman and you drop that hand. If he's balls enough to sit there and trade with him, he's going to get stopped. That's the way I see it.
Shout out Havelock. You took the words out of my mouth. I envision Devin is going to keep turning Norman and clinching to avoid any return punches. I agree with that. My concern is he didn't do that at all with Ryan Garcia, but Ryan Garcia is a very, very different fighter than Brian Norman. A very different fighter. Ryan Garcia wants to plant his feet in the center of the ring, throw the lead left hook. He's very different. He's not really tracking you down, putting pressure on you like Brian Norman Jr. is. So I got a couple of things. First, what did you think of Haney's performance against Ramirez?
Me?
Yeah.
I didn't like it. I mean, he did enough to win. But when I look at Jose Ramirez, once again, it's another one of these fighters on Haney's resume where people are going to look back and say, he's a former world champion. I think two-time world champion.
Yeah.
But Jose Ramirez's best days were in his early to mid-20s. Jose Ramirez, the damage he took against Maurice Hooker, even though he won that fight, Jose Ramirez is a guy, that style doesn't age well. So it's not like this is apex primo Jose Ramirez. So when you're looking at a guy in Devin Haney, his feet look traumatized to me. You know, for him, and Ramirez isn't a one-punch knockout guy. He lands 70 punches. Ramirez lands 30 punches the whole entire fight. This was the Tom and Jerry tweets, and he did enough to win. He had moments where you saw his world-class hand speed. But for me as a bettor, because at the end of the day, what we're doing here is we're giving advice on what we see in fights and our prediction on where to put our hard-earned money. If I'm gonna be a guy to lean on that performance that he had against Ramirez to beat Norman, I'd rather go down with the sinking ship with Norman and side with the slugger. Because watching that stuff for 12 rounds, putting money on that, good luck pulling your hair out.
Look, here's my. You touched on it a little bit, and then I feel like you pivoted off of it. He beat a world-class fighter. He didn't beat it. He won every single round. I think I had 11-1. I think the judges had 11-1. I think it was 10-2, 11-1, and 12-0. He fought a world-class fighter and won every single round. Okay, so what is there to dislike about the performance? It's not sexy. It didn't turn you on, right?
So
what is there
that
not
version,
to like about the performance? He won every round against a world-class fighter.
But that version of Ramirez is not. That's not a world-class Ramirez, though, is my point. That's not Ramirez at his finest. He has the name to it. Don't you think the boys may be cashing him out? I was told before that fight even took place. I got the receipts on that. You can watch the Stats on Live video, and you can make what you will. Somebody close to that camp, they were like, they know Ramirez isn't the same guy. And I'm not going to use the word shot that most people use. And they're expecting him to just turn into one of these guys to now face upcoming contenders, get paid a little bit more, and then, enter into the dawn, into the twilight. But come on, man, to see Devin fighting so negatively, not wanting to punch with Ramirez, and to see him so anxious as well, not sitting on anything. That performance did not do it for me. You mix that with the Ryan Garcia performance, and then he fought Regis. So since the Regis fight, 2023, this will be Dev's third fight since the Regis fight. Brian has fought 3 times in 2025. This will be Brian's third fight in 2025. So when we're talking about strengths versus weaknesses, we're talking about activity versus inactivity. You're going to tell me that Devin Haney, his strengths, speed, I give that to you. Reflexes, I give that to you. The jab, I'll give that to you if you want it. But he's already 27.
Interesting. Let me interrupt this real quick.
It's not my favorite thing. I don't think it's that
he doesn't really like. You think he has? It's like Tommy Hearns must have had a great left hook, right? We didn't throw a left hook at all, ever, right? Devin Haney must have a great jab. He doesn't really throw his jab that much. Like, go watch the tape on him. It's really. And shout out to the real GK. I don't know if he's here. He sent me some video on a jab does really blind Brian Norman. He really struggles with a quick jab.
What fight are you talking about?
I'll send you the video. Like, it's all with Norman. It's all of them. It's a reoccurring.
Well, you're talking about the Gio Santillan fight.
The Santillan fight for sure. But I want to get to that, right? Devin Haney's jab isn't used as much as you guys probably think it is. It really is kind of. He doesn't use it enough. I think he's going to have to win this fight with the jab. He's going to have to win this fight with the jab. So he's going to have to start jabbing more and winning rounds just with the jab. You guys loved Norman, and then you had a love affair with him after the Sasaki fight, right?
I like Norman. I like Norman after the Quentin Randall fight when Randall was 13-0, fights Randall, and I like everything that he's added to his game. I liked him getting dropped against Janelson Boca Chica. I brought that up. Watch the knockdown against Janelson. He doesn't feint, doesn't throw a jab, chin in the air, and he leads with his backhand, and he tells the whole world, hey, and he has Janelson in the corner. He sees the entire thing. He sees the whole setup, and he throws that beautiful chopping right hand. And the fight goes to, no decision due to the cuts. But you watch him then fight against Cuevas. So Cuevas was supposed to be the big puncher. This is the guy that people were saying Philadelphia sparring guy. He's gonna test him. You watch the end of the second round. Norman got caught with a shot. He didn't go down. His legs might have maybe buckled, but you watch his guard and you watch the adjustment they had made from the Boca Chica fight. He was 21 years old when that happened. When he fought Randall, he was, I think, 20, 21. He fought Santillan. I think he had just turned 22. This is a kid at 24 years old. He's not a finished product, not in his physical prime. We're watching him learn on the go. We have to remember, before Zayas, he was the youngest boxing champ. And I think Haney is leveled off. I think Haney is degrading. To finish my point about the speed, the jab, the reflexes, the athleticism about Devin, at 27 years old, this isn't the Devin who fought Linares. He fought Linares years ago. I think that was the fastest Devin. So if you're going to use that and think that it's going to be the jab, I think then that right hand is going to drop when he's popping that jab. And I think Norman's left hook is going to come over the top. And I'm standing by it. I think he gets stopped.
He stops him. All right, we're going the other way here.
I think he
Norman,
gets. I think he gets.
Was an ugly fight.
Different fighter though.
There seems to be, like, Johnny, there seems to be a double standard here that, like, if Norman looks human, he doesn't have much sex appeal in his performance, it's okay. But flip that around when Devin Haney has a fight that he dominates, win every round, it's like, well, it's not sexy enough. I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying?
So you're missing the roadmap though. You're missing the trajectory. We're missing momentum. When we're talking about Norman, when's the last time you saw Norman step back? He's stepping up.
I thought he looked like trash in the Santillan, but he got him out. So kudos to him. He took care. He got the job done.
He goes into the Santillan fight as an underdog. Santillan just beat Roca. Roca was the favorite in that fight. Santillan beats him, and he has he gets him out of there, dude. And
he got him out. He got the job done the same way that Devin Haney got the job done with Ramirez. Like,
he didn't stop him. He didn't land any power punches against Ramirez.
Not looking to stop you. Devin Haney's not looking to stop you. Devin Haney was looking to do what he did in that fight.
But we're talking about leveling up in trajectory though, not taking step back. So it went Quentin Randall first, it went Gio second, it went Derek Cuevas next, and it went Jin Sasaki. What we're doing is looking at the story, his book that's being written. It is trending this way. Devin Haney's story is trending that way. It has to be mentioned. There's nothing in Haney that I saw against Ramirez that I'm like, oh shit, this dude's gonna beat Norman. I don't see it. You think he looked good? He looked good against who? What was his last greatest performance? Wow, you're gonna call that
Ramirez? You guys don't like this. Is like when you guys tell me that Shakur Stevenson doesn't look good. Like, he looked incredible. What are you talking about?
I'm glad you brought that up, because when people talk about skill set, here's another thing. You look at Shakur, how he boxes. Shakur's composure in the ring. He uses the whole ring. His movement, his speed, his reflexes, his catch and counters. Shakur is doing it masterfully. You watch Devin's work. Everything looks stressed. Devin doesn't like fighting in the clinch. He reaches his arms out. He doesn't like fighting in the pocket. If he does clinch, he does it for a reset and a restart. I think there's going to be an uppercut there for Norman in these reset restarts. And I think I like Norman actually handling him pretty convincingly.
So Norman's just going to manhandle him. He's going to back him down. He's going to push him against the ropes, and he's just going to bum rush him.
No, I think.
Then how is he cutting off the ring on Devin Haney? Devin Haney is a 10 times better athlete, right? This is not.
I couldn't say that. I wouldn't say he's a 10 times better athlete. I couldn't say that. I wouldn't agree with you that. I would say he's a 10 times.
Jin Sasaki, who's going to stand in with him and trade. This is
okay. Here's what.
So whatever you do with Jin Sasaki, which was a great performance, A masterful performance. It tells me nothing about what you're going to do with Devin Haney. Nothing.
Just to let Cato official know, it was plus 650 for Norman to win under 6 rounds by stoppage. I took that. He won by stoppage. You guys were the ones saying that Jin Sasaki was a knockout artist and his front forward pressure and his power was going to struggle with Norman because his one loss was to Andy Hiroka. So what keeps happening with Norman is the goalpost keeps getting pushed back. When I see a guy in Norman, I see a real one. I see a big puncher. I see a guy who has way better feet than people think. I see a guy that, here's what's going to happen in the first round. This is what I think is going to happen in the first round. I think Norman is going to play Devin Haney's game in the first round. Devin Haney is going to have to jump out to a lead. He's not going to be able to fight from behind and have to come uphill by just letting rounds pass by, right? So I think Norman is going to show that he has the footwork, the speed, the fight IQ to handle that, and then he's going to be the first one to make Devin make an adjustment to go to plan B. And when plan B doesn't show up, it's going to be downhill. His feet aren't as bad as you think, man. That dude is an athlete.
I didn't say his feet was bad. I said he's not going to be able to cut the ring off Devin Haney, who's going to move the entire time. But I want to read this comment because I agree with it. If you really watch the Ramirez fight, Haney looks the best he ever has. Jose missed about 50 left hooks, sign that Devin fixes his mistake, while on the other hand, Norman's okay, what he's saying here, the guy some.
No, this is your boy. This is your boy who sent you the jab video. What he's doing is he's reasoning with his bet, which is fine. We all do that. I'm not going to argue with his.
No, we're not reasoning with our bet. We're using reasoning to make our bet. Right? I'm not reasoning my bet. I didn't start with my conclusion. I came on every day last week and said I don't know who's going to win this fight. I don't know. I never say that. I don't know.
You truly think that version against Ramirez is his best version? That's wild.
That was a very world-class former two-time champion.
Former. That's like hooking up with Jenna Jameson now and not in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still going to take credit for that? So my point is, don't answer that. My point is, he fought so negatively, man. That was he fought. You
saying that though, like you said that. What was the fight a couple of weeks ago? The British fight with the terrible scorecards.
There were a few. We do so many fights, mate. We do so many fights.
But like, I don't care if he's fighting negatively.
Patty Donovan versus Lewis Crocker. Those scorecards.
It wasn't that. It was maybe 2 weeks ago. What fight had a terrible score?
The Bradley Ray Lyndon Arthur card.
Yeah, it was on that card. What was on that card? Hang on.
I do so many fights, man. It's tough for me.
Yeah, I know. I'll look it up right now.
Yeah. There was a close one.
It was this decision that was egregious. He said, well, he fought negatively. It's like, okay.
Oh, yeah. It was egregious. The right guy won, though.
Oh, it was the Bradley. Yeah, it was Ray and Arthur. Yeah.
Yeah. But I thought for sure the right guy won.
Really?
I took Lyndon Arthur in that fight. So, yeah, I thought he won that fight. I think you're talking about a different fight, though.
Oh, no.
It was the fight before that. It was the feature. I watched that one.
Boazzi and Parker.
Oh, Boazzi and Parker was another one. That one was.
I don't remember. It was something on that card. I forgot. He's fighting so negatively. And
that was Boazzi. That was Boazzi's opponent.
Oh, Zach Parker. Yeah, it was Zach Parker. That's right. That's what it was. Thank you. I couldn't remember. Zach Parker clearly won that fight.
Wrong.
Clearly won that fight.
No way. What did he do? Zach Parker didn't do anything. He didn't do anything.
And made
he did. It's called boxing. It's not called run. You have to score points, mate. You just can't use the ring.
He landed more punches almost every round.
Nah, I disagree. He fought horribly.
One guy is coming forward and missing. It's effective.
Thank God.
It's not just
Thank God.
At no point.
God, they didn't reward that guy. The minute they start rewarding guys like Zach Parker, the minute they start rewarding that as a victor, our sport is cooked. Like, that was not good for the sport. What do you mean?
Whatever. Whether or not it's good, this is the same thing that we saw with the.
He didn't do anything.
Giannis takes all the steps. That's not a travel. If you think it's bad for basketball, that's not a travel. That's not a travel, right?
What? I didn't hear the first part.
Change the rules then, right? But this is the same thing.
Now, Zach Parker, he didn't win that fight.
Milwaukee landed no punches. I don't know how you win.
He landed way more. He was on the front foot the entire time.
You want to look at the punch stat?
It wasn't exciting.
He hardly landed anything.
It wasn't an exciting fight, mate. Thank God they didn't give that to Parker. That was he did. So it's called a fight, mate. You're saying Zach Parker was in a fight, so he fought. He won a fight. You're saying at the end of the day, Zach Parker won that fight. Get the hell out of here. You're out here. You're saying Zach Parker won that fight?
Yeah.
There's a scoring criteria, mate. It's not just punches landed. Pull up the scoring criteria of how you score rounds.
I understand how you score rounds. It's effective aggression. At no point was Buatsi ever effective in that fight.
There's other factors, though.
I know what they are. And
what did Zach Parker do?
What you're referring to is effective aggression. He was never effective.
Dude, but there's posture. There's other things, though. It's not just aggression. Zach Parker fought horribly. He fought you can't win a fight. You can't win a fight like that.
I'm not disagreeing with you that he fought horribly. That's not the argument. The argument is who won the fight. Parker
he did.
Fight.
What's the box rec say, baby?
Yeah, the box rec says Canelo beat Laura too. The box rec says a lot of things.
True, fair point. Look at Canelo getting hit with strays over here.
I didn't have 12-0, but I had it close to 12-0. It was close to 12. It's probably 10-2. Probably 10-2.
Where were we? Let's get back to the boys.
All right. I want to get into this. So this is a very hard fight for me to score. I've gone back and forth on this. First I was pro Haney, then I was pro
what turned it for you? What turned it for you?
The final film study of Ramirez fight. Like, I don't think he can win the fight fighting the way that he fought Ramirez. He's gonna have to stand in a little bit more. Right, it's gonna have to be a mixture. It's gonna have to be a combination of how he's fought before Ryan Garcia and post Ryan Garcia. He's gonna have to find an in between. He's gonna have to stand in with spots because you can't run from Brian Norman for 12 rounds. And
so he's just gonna invent. So he's just gonna make that happen. What do you mean? He just went from Garcia.
Walked him down. You make him sound like he's Benavidez, like he can't be backed up. Santion backed him up.
How could we totally disregard though the evolution of a young fighter? We can't just dismiss this. This is a kid who lives in the gym. This is a kid who doesn't get drunk on the weekends. This is a kid who gets better and better and better.
If Haney gets drunk on the weekend, he's a Muslim. I doubt he gets drunk on the weekends.
I don't know. What I'm saying, though, is you said Santillan fight, so I'm pushing back on that, is the fact that we have seen evidence and proof through the resumes, through the fight tape, through his knockout reel highlight tapes that this kid is leveling up. He's leveling up on defense. He's leveling up on offense. He's feinting more. He's moving his feet more. He's hiding his dude. He's gonna be a handful come fight night.
I'm not saying it's an easy fight. I'm not totally. The only thing
maybe it's a bad read, dude. It could be a bad read on my end.
The only thing I like in this fight is the over. I'm taking Haney by decision at plus 150 because it's plus 150.
That over could be stressful too, though.
I know. I don't really like anything. To me is if you guys want to just be a boxing fan and not bet. There's great money to be made on the rest of this card.
Play one knockdown.
This is a hard fight to bet.
It is. Play one knockdown, though, because, look, this is going to sound very controversial, basically, off of everything I just said. But if the fight does start trending in a way that Devin is starting to make Brian desperate, I could see Dev getting a knockdown. I could see Brian Norman obviously getting a knockdown too. So maybe play a knockdown prop and just watch the fight and hope for bloodshed. But for my pick, I'm taking Brian.
Shout out to 79 says, Garrett, how are you not concerned Haney is going up to 147 to fight a kill? I'm not, guys, 79. Let me address both of this. I'm very concerned. I'm not saying I'm very confident that Haney's going to win this fight. You're asking me to make a pick with a gun to my head. The Martians are pointing the missiles at planet Earth. You have to get this right or we blow up the Earth. Who are you picking? I guess I'll take Haney.
Oh, shit. That's crazy. That's insane. I'm not saying that's who you're going to put the future of the Earth on Devin Haney against Norman. That's insane to me, dude. That's crazy. It's a crazy pick.
Okay, hang on. Time out. If we're scouting both of these boxers, if you're just put on your scout glasses, who's better at boxing, Devin Haney or Brian Norman Jr.?
2021, I would have said Devin Haney against Jorge Linares.
Okay, so Devin Haney. Who's got a better resume? Devin Haney or Brian?
5 years ago.
Devin Haney or Brian Norman Jr.? Who's
a half of a decade. Obviously, Haney.
Okay,
obviously
so Haney has a better resume and he's a better boxer. Why
5 years ago. 5 years ago, he was a better boxer.
So he's not a better boxer anymore?
I don't think so.
Norman Jr. has better boxing skills than Devin Haney.
I think Brian Norman Jr. defeats Devin Haney in a boxing match.
That's not what we're scouting him. Who's better at boxing? We're watching Devin Haney fight. We're watching Brian Norman fight. Who's better at boxing?
Okay, first explain in your head what does boxing mean?
Hit and not get hit. It's that simple. However you do that is how you do that. Who's better at hitting and not getting hit?
So hitting and not getting hit, it's a two-sided coin. Yes. Who's better at hitting? Who's better at hitting? Brian Norman Jr. 100%.
He hits harder. He's not better at hitting you.
He's better at hitting.
Okay, if I said to you, 2 of these guys are going to try to hit you, who's going to land first? Devin Haney or Brian Norman Jr.? Who's going to land? Not who's going to land harder. Who's going to land first and who's going to land more?
What's the intent behind getting landed, though? What's the intention or the outcome of who's going to land first? What is the outcome of that? Like, what? For me to answer that, but I might let paperclip land on me so I can hit.
Yes, I understand.
do that.
Yes,
because I do the hitting better.
Harder.
Because I do the hitting better.
So Norman has to stop him, right?
Who wants to be there in that firefight, in that game that you're talking, this hit and not get hit game that we're talking? Who answer this question? In that game, hit knock. Who wants to be there more? In that game, not in life, but in that game, who wants to be there more?
In a firefight?
No, in that game,
you guys make it sound like Devin Haney's afraid to be in a firefight. No, that's just not his strength, and he's not good. If this is a firefight, if he stands,
who wants to be there though?
Line, if he fights the way he fought Ryan Garcia, he's gonna get knocked out. Granted.
You don't think he loses? You don't think he loses fighting the way he fought Ramirez?
I'm not that
Ramirez.
This is not Hamza and Shiraz Hamza. I'm not that confident that he's going to win this fight. I'm not that confident.
That's a low blow. We know what you're doing.
I'm just saying.
We know what you're doing.
Yeah,
that's a low blow.
I was 100% confident. No, it's not. I'm not saying I got what you got. But I'm saying the last time we had a heated debate on this was that fight.
No,
I thought there was no way that Shiraz could lose. He could lose this fight. I'm telling you. The only
that was a low blow, mate.
It's not a low blow, bro.
I got you. I'm kidding, dude. Let's go. It's all good fun.
Right. Haney ain't walking Norman down. Not for 12 rounds.
What are the boys saying? Like, what's the chat saying?
Let's do a poll. I did a poll on my channel. It ended up 45-45 and 10% of draw. But we'll do a poll.
It's close, mate. It is freaking close, dude.
That's what I'm saying. You're saying like Haney has no shot.
Oh, hold on. I'm not saying. I'm just kind of backing my belief. Haney definitely has a shot. It's 50-50. I think it's Johnny, what's the percentage?
We actually agree on that. Yeah.
Do you think it's 70-30? Do you think it's 60? No, I think it's pretty much
51-49. Like really, close.
I think it's what the books are saying. I'm looking at my book right now, and currently on the money line, it literally is 196.
I think as we hear from Bum. Shout out Bum. Watching YouTube debate is better than pay-per-view. Shout out. I got another one from 79 here. Norman a better boxer. Oh, come on, 79. Norman's a better boxer than Devin Haney. So if you were going to take your kids to get boxing lessons, you would take them to Brian Norman Jr. ahead of Devin Haney.
I would. 100. I definitely would.
What does Dev do better? He moves better. He sets up his punches better. He hits his angles better. He uses the ring better. I can go on and on and on. What does Brian Norman do? He breaks you in half better.
He punches better. His optics are better. His psychology is better. He doesn't run. Dude, Devin runs now. He never used to do this.
He did it one time, and it worked.
He never
ran one time, and he went every round doing it.
There is trauma in his eyes.
Norman has better timing than Haney. That's fair. I agree.
People, I think it's weird watching not this and
not you. $5 off. Thank you for the $10, Devin. I appreciate you. Go ahead, Johnny. Go ahead.
I think this is natural in our sport. You're gonna have to prove it. Devin's been there longer. Devin's been around more. Devin's the OG.
Where's the backpedaling, blue collar? Is this one of your subs?
I think these are our boys. I can't tell who's mine and who's not.
Yeah.
How could you tell?
I think this is your boy. Where am I backpedaling? I'm picking Devin Haney. Devin Haney in what I think is a 51-49 fight. Where's backpedaling?
Get him, blue collar. Get him, baby. No, we got the only data.
Menard, that fight's like 7 years ago, bro. Menard, come on, bro. He was like 19 when he fought Menard.
Just go to Devin Haney versus Regis and start there. That's all. I'll be fair to you. I wouldn't start at Ryan. Go to Regis. But even how old was Regis in that fight?
Against Menard? Oh, which fight?
No, I'm talking about Regis versus Dev.
He's 26 now, so he's 24.
No. I said how old was Regis in that fight?
Regis is not old. He's just shot.
He was 33. He's like 30. He's 30. He's 38 now. So here's my point.
He was 36. He's older than I thought.
He's
36 now. So he was 34 then.
Here's my point though here's my point about this matchup no one's talking about. When is the last time Devin Haney fought a younger world champion than him?
The last time Haney fought a younger world champion?
Yeah.
How many world champions are younger than? I don't know. The answer he probably has. He's 26.
When's the last time
How many world champions are younger than him?
When was the last time though he fought somebody his age in their prime?
Kambosos?
Get this cat out. Kambosos is like 33, 34 years old.
He was the youngest world champion in boxing. How many guys on that pound for pound list are his?
My point is, all right, how many guys did he avoid that he could have fought at 35 and 30 his age that he didn't fight?
All right, Devin Haney ducks people now.
Did he swerve? Did he swerve anything coming up? Did he?
Did he swerve anyone ever? Like Devin Haney fights
in the last 5 years. In the last 5 years, you're saying that there's not matchups that we could have got with Haney.
You
that
can
didn't
always
take
say
place.
he could have fought this guy.
That's what I'm saying.
Guy. You're saying Devin Haney ducks smoke.
I'm proving a narrative here. I'm saying that his camp didn't want this fight.
They took this fight. They didn't.
They didn't ask for this fight.
Devin Haney's the bigger name in the fight. Whether or not he's the favorite,
but they didn't ask for this fight. Is my point. This is. We'll see. You'll see what I'm talking. Haney never ducked anyone. I mean,
I think the chat, at least on this, is that they're on my side.
Good. That's fine.
I think you're bugging a little bit that Devin Haney duck smoke.
You said you put the words in my. I didn't say duck smoke. I said he swerved in the past. It's different.
Yeah, that's just a nicer way of saying he duck smoke. He swerves.
There's levels of ducking. We can't just say duck. It's not a switch. You have guys who duck. You have guys who swerve. You have guys who shoulder shrug. Like he swerved.
I remember talking to Bill. I shook his hand. I said, "You guys are what boxing needs."
I didn't call him a duck, by the way. You said that I called him a. Dev's not a duck. Dev fights. Look who he's fought. My point is, every big name that we could find on that resume that he's fought, you could find an asterisk. How old was Loma? What weight class did they fight in? How old was Regis? Where did they fight at? How big was this is his whole career right now. With Norman, the story on his career is like he's learned. It's like this. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, and now you're asking him to take a massive jump.
It's his biggest step up, 100%.
I'm not saying he can't win it. He could win. I've got
this is a massive step. This is hands down Norman's biggest step up.
All right, so let's take a look. Let's take a look at the actual book.
How are you doing? Go on.
Tell me what bet you're actually making, because I'm going to show you the only bets I'm making here. All right.
I can't see your screen. Are you able to see a third screen or no?
Oh, you can't see my screen?
No, I've only been able to see me and you the entire time. Maybe that's on my end. It's all good.
Can you see this?
I can see it now. Yeah.
All right, cool. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is the first thing I put up.
I didn't see it.
All right.
Here we go. Are you looking at props?
Here it is.
Are you looking at?
Oh, wow. It's even now. They're both minus 110. They've shifted a little bit.
Towards Devin, right?
Yeah.
Because I've been telling my chat all week, if you're on Brian Norman, wait until Friday to put your bet in because he'll be the dog by Friday.
This was plus 150 when I did my video last night. Now it's plus 125. Devin Haney by decision.
Because you know all that celebrity money is going to come in on Dev. All that Drake money. So you know what I'm saying though? Like this fight is going to be one of those fights that breaks through the ethos of the casual, and there's going to be a lot of money coming Friday, Saturday on Dev to win.
Yeah. And I think that's correct. I think the money.
So if you're on Devin, put your bet in now, and if you're on Brian, wait until Friday. That's what I've been telling the chat.
That's reasonable advice, I believe. That's reasonable advice. So I'm gonna let Johnny. I'm gonna pass the ball to Johnny. So the bets I would look at as a standalone bet: Devin Haney by decision at plus 125. I liked it better at plus 150. I guess I would still make this because my pick for the fight is Devin Haney by decision.
Yeah,
not paying great anymore, but I would say if you're prediction is paying plus money. You should take it. Like, have confidence
Yeah.
in yourself. So Haney by decision at plus 125. The over at 10.5. I like the over. I think even if you think Norman's going to win, Haney's durable as hell.
He is. He's
Minus
tough.
300 is not terrible. So
Haney's tough.
Again, guys, it's a very tough fight to bet. The bet I like the most is this.
It is.
Haney by decision.
Okay.
Johnny, I'm going to pass the ball to you.
Okay. Yeah. So I like Brian on the money line.
Minus 110.
And I don't tend to do big fights like this. I tend to just do them standalone. But my prop of the week, though, is also in this fight. So on a separate ticket, because I'm pretty sure your book won't allow you. Does your book allow you to do the money line plus another prop or no?
Nah, it's gay that way. It doesn't
Okay.
let you do that.
So another prop that I like that kind of hedges me in a way is the 1+ knockdown prop. I think somebody's gonna hit the canvas. That's paying plus.
I don't have that yet. I should have it before the fight. I don't have it yet.
That's paying plus money. 100 gets you your money back plus 105. Right now in Australia.
Okay.
That's what it's. I could see. I've seen Brian walk onto shots before. It could easily turn, and Devin could pour it on, and Brian could get desperate, and he could walk onto something. I could also see Devin. We've seen it before. We have proof and evidence on both sides. Why not sprinkle something on 1+ knockdowns? I love that prop.
I wanna address this too. Sell me on Haney's path to victory. He's gonna have to win with the jab. He's gonna have to pick up his volume. He's gonna have to out jab him. He's gonna have to win the battle of the jab, and he's gonna have to keep him up. He's gonna have to use every ounce of the ring. When he does get close, he's got to be able to stand and hold his own in those exchanges the way that Santillan did. He's not going to win the exchanges. He's not going to win the fight on the mid range, but he's got to be able to stand his own and not get broken in the mid range, right? He has to fight like Santillan did in the mid range. Santillan backed him up at times too. Can Haney do that? If he can have an easy night. Because I don't like Norman going backwards at all. That's why
you're right.
Norman's a better boxer. He's got one direction. How's he better? He's got one direct. What he does very well. Devin can fight off the front foot. Devin can fight off the back foot.
Devin cannot. I mean, have you seen Devin recently trying to punch backing up? He doesn't like punching backing up. He doesn't like clinching. He doesn't like fighting in the pocket either. There's a lot of areas that are being overlooked that Norman has options to put the fight in these areas. The areas that Devin has is, like you said, his jab and lateral movement. I mean, I'd like to think that Norman Jr. worked this entire fight camp on cutting on that. You'd like to think so.
You don't think Haney can land the left hook and land the right hand from long range? Lead left hook.
He can, but we are banking on the fact that he's going to be stable in his feet, that he's going to put his feet and take the risk on putting his feet in the proper place to land that, meaning that there will be things flying back at him. We know that about Norman. Mm-hmm. That's a psychological choice. You have to make that decision. You know what I mean? You could drill all you want. I didn't like the decisions that weren't made against Ramirez. Look, I had him winning the fight. He maybe 12-0, mate.
It was somewhere between 10-2 and 12-0.
But you can't sit there and tell me that there weren't moments in that fight where you were like, "Come on, Dev, like sit on, like what are we doing?" Like
that's not the argument. The argument is he won every round. Whether or not you like the way he performed isn't relevant. Is he going to win this way?
It would be relevant if you're a Devin Haney fan and you're looking for him to rebound and get back to that sort of lore that he had lost against Ryan. You'd want him to see. You'd like to see him make those sort of decisions in the fight and not just be so content with what he did. And maybe that was just the game plan. I know Bill said that. And Bill gets a lot of shit, but I actually don't mind when Bill talks a little bit. I think he's good. I think he's good for the sport. But
I think the only GK here is killing it right now. You have to go watch the Ramirez fight close. It was a work of art. I kind of agree with him. Look, did he fight negative like you would say? Yes, and he did it to perfection. Like I don't know why that's a knock all of a sudden. When Pernell Whitaker did it, or Floyd Mayweather did it, it was the most beautiful thing in the world.
We're not doing this.
No. When Mayweather did it in the rematch with Castillo, it was the greatest thing we'd ever seen.
Are we comparing Devin Haney to Pernell Whitaker? Are you comparing Devin Haney against Ramirez to any Pernell Whitaker fight?
Stylistically, when Pernell Whitaker and Floyd Mayweather fought negatively, it was beautiful. When Devin Haney does it, it's boring and sucks, and he's going to lose to any offensive-minded fighter.
There is no fight that you could pull up side by side and show the same optics that Devin Haney
The
ever
Castillo
looked.
rematch. The Castillo's
e-
the second
e-
fight.
Ever looked how he like what Sweet Pea and what Floyd did.
Okay, Sweet Pea's a little different. Go pull up the rematch. Not the first fight. Not the one everyone says Floyd lost. The second fight with Castillo, where he schools him. He fights the entire fight the way Devin Haney fought Ramirez. The entire fight.
Devin Haney fought against Ramirez with zero character. There was no there was no, it was hollow. It was a guy who was relying solely on those gifts that he was born with, his speed, and also fighting a 33-year-old guy who had a decade of tread.
Okay, what I'm saying is, and then I want to move on to the rest of the card because it's a really good card. 79 coming through big time today. Appreciate you, 79. Norm circles his opponents. He doesn't just have one direction.
That lateral movement, 79, my guy.
I don't know if I agree with you. All of his fights feature a crazy versatile bag of punches. He's getting KOs off angles. Is he though? And he did it with Santion. Sasaki stood in front of him. I'm not faulting him for the Sasaki fight.
You're missing. No, that knockout of Sasaki was not in front of him. He slipped, he angled, and caught him on it.
Pull it up, but I'm going to get a strike again. I'm not going to.
Did you get a
strike? I'm not going to strike, but I'm going to get my video demonetized, I should say. I'm going to get my video demonetized if I pull up the video.
I was gonna say I'll pull it up. You're right. We're on the same.
We'll get actors to reenact it because I don't understand YouTube's rules. I don't understand that I'm not getting my video demonetized.
It's all good. It's a valid point. Just go watch it then.
But what I'm saying,
the other fights.
My point.
The other fights. You said you wanted to move on.
Yeah. Well, real quick. I don't think Haney can win this fight exactly the way that he beat Ramirez, right? He's going to have to stand in more because Norman will catch you. He will track you down eventually. Ramirez can't. That's one. The second side of that is I don't think that as great as you guys think the Sasaki performance was, and it was fantastic, he can't beat Devin Haney that way. He's not just going to come in and get Devin Haney to trade with him the way that Sasaki did. So he's going to have to set him up. He's going to have to set trash. He's going to have to use feints to get him inside. And I don't think Devin's going to go for any of that. It's not Sasaki. What he did against Sasaki was beautiful. It tells me nothing about what he's going to do with Devin Haney. I'll give you the last word, though.
I think the last word, and you say all this, and I'm not arguing with that. And look, for everybody who's tuning into this, this is what more boxing communities need. We need discourse like Gary and I are doing. We're disagreeing, but we're doing it, and we're not doing it mean-spirited. But the last thing I want to say about this, I feel all the pressure is on Devin. I think Norman is going in there with no pressure, and I feel that it's Devin Haney who's going to have to answer questions in the firefight, and we'll see if he can. Can he? Yeah, his resume says so. His path says he can. Remember, Gary, the betting is an outcome of our point and our perspective. And I mean this, and I've said it all week. For me as a betting man, I'm not putting the house on this fight, but I have action on this fight. As a bettor, over the last 500 days of each guy's career, I am willing to go down with the burning ship with the slugger than the guy who fights so negatively like Devin. That has to be said. And because we're watching these fights too. I'm not cheering for Devin to just score points and use lateral movement and hope that I get I don't think it's going to work.
What if the fight is set up for a draw? Bet the draw. I always think that's good advice.
Do you bet the draw?
I'm not on this because I think
it could be. I mean,
one of two ways. I think it's either going to be a wide decision for Haney, or I think he's going to get stopped. So I don't see this as a fight that could be a draw.
Do you remember Fury Wilder? I think it was the first one. Fury wins every fucking round, gets dropped a couple of rounds, and it was a draw.
Draw.
You could see Haney winning all these rounds, and then Norman catching him, getting a couple 10-8s. I mean, it might be worth the sprinkle.
I do bet draw sometimes. Not on this.
I don't have it. I don't have it.
Yeah.
I don't have it in me, dude. It's not in my DNA to bet.
Don't bet a lot. I hit on a draw with Vito Melnicki when he fought Conor Coyle.
Oh God, how dare! I can't believe it, dude. How about him on the card? That's insane.
Nepotism at its finest. All right, guys. I want to move into the other fights because we got 3 other fights. I don't want to be on for longer than an hour. Bam Rodriguez, Bam and Puma. To me, this is simple. Great fight, firefight while it lasts. But Bam is on another level. You watch the tape, and Bam is just better at everything, right? Like both guys are going to come forward. Both guys are going to meet in the center of the ring. Bam's quicker. He obviously has better feet. He's more explosive. He's more dynamic. The left hook is money. The right hand that he slips and throws the right hand from that angle is as good as punch as there is in boxing right now. The left hand, the straight left. I'm sorry. The right hook, the lead right hook, and the straight left hand. The left hand he throws off the slip is as good a punch as there is in boxing. Bam Rodriguez is actually as good a body puncher as there is in boxing right now. I think number one fighter in the world, not necessarily pound for pound resume, but who's the best fighter in the world? Terrence Crawford. Who's number two? Bam Rodriguez. So to me, Bam Rodriguez wins this by stoppage, and it's fairly easy.
There's nothing that I'm going to push back on. Like always, in true fashion on my channel, I'm going to give my due diligence to Puma. Argentinian fighter, tough fighter. Doesn't punch as hard as I think he punch. I think he thinks he punches harder than he does.
Yeah, he falls in love with his power. Yeah.
And Argentinian fighters are tough, man. This goes back to I was talking to my buddy when I saw Sergio beat my boy Pavlik. I was like, Jesus, they got something in the water. But something that I want to add to what you said about Bam Rodriguez is the fact that he is on a fucking generational run, man. Look, the stoppage against Sonny, the last four, what he did against Sonny Edwards, what he did against Guevara, what he did against
Strada.
like, what do we do? Dude, this kid is special. His body punching. It's one of those fighters when you watch him operate and then you start doing your checklist. All right, where's he from? Texas. What camp is he from? Oh, RGBA. Like, things start making sense. And I like what you said about his lead hook, because he's not just a body puncher. He's not just a backhand guy. The kid could crack on both sides. His angles, his movement, his willingness to fight in the fire. Like, dude, like there's a lot.
We both got Bam by stoppage. Yeah,
I do. I do like him by stoppage, and that's no shade to Puma, man. Shout out, Puma fought his whole career to get here. There has to be a winner. There has to be a loser.
Bam by stoppage is minus 220. We both like that.
I like it a lot. I already have an act. I have this. I got action on this as we speak. I jumped on that 3 days ago.
The next one, interesting fight: Mason and Noakes.
All right, I just uploaded my breakdown prediction. For anybody on my channel, I want to apologize. Excuse my French. My freaking box rec, dude. I gotta stop rushing on Sam Noakes' box rec record. They just convolute all of his AMI fights. So it says, and I'm showing you if you go to it right now and pull it up, it says he has a loss, but he fought Teddy Cheeseman in his first amateur fight and lost like a 5-round points decision. But he's undefeated. He's 17-0, 15 knockouts. Orthodox fighter. He's a front foot fighter. The dude is he wants to be in a dog fight. He doesn't move his head off the midline. I think it's going to be one of those things where his bravery and how special Mason is, dude. 5'9", southpaw, 21 years old, could crack. The only thing that I would be looking out for Abdullah Mason is those mistakes he made against Johan Vasquez. He went to the well twice in a row without making the adjustment. He tried to throw a back uppercut, a punch that as a former boxer. You throw your back uppercut as a part of a combo. You throw your back uppercut as a counter. Other than that, you're not just walking in there throwing a back uppercut, right? Vasquez catches him once, drops him, does the same thing, drops him, and then obviously Abdullah, because he's special, got him out of there. I think Mason is at 21 far from his prime. We're watching this kid fight for a world title. This is for the vacant WBO, the belt that Keyshawn vacated. And you got to ask yourself, whoever wins this, I'm taking Mason by stoppage. You put him up there, Raymond Morataya, he got elevated, and you got Shakur and Tank. I would keep Abdullah away from Shakur, but other than that, man, I'd put my Cleveland, Ohio boy in there with anyone.
Yeah, I said this. Abdullah Mason and Bam Rodriguez are the best prospects I've seen. I said this about Bam. I said Abdullah Mason since Bam is the best prospect I've seen. I think Abdullah Mason is 5-star. I don't think there's to me, sky's the limit. And I like Noakes too. I think Noakes is a very good fighter. Tough. Noakes, and you say he's a good fighter. You watch the tape of Abdullah Mason, like, God dang, this is the best fighter I've seen in years. That's the difference. One guy is very good. One guy is one of the best you've ever seen at this stage. So I'm taking the same thing. Mason by stoppage. You like Mason by stoppage, right?
Yeah, and I jumped on. So like 3 days ago when all the props hit in Australia, I jumped on the Mason by stoppage one because I felt like that was going to crash. I think it's at plus money. What's that?
It's plus 100 to me, so it's even money for me. Yeah.
Jump. on
I
that.
got.
Dude,
I locked it. I locked it in yesterday at plus 105. It's
just
gone down.
Put Bam and
Guys,
Mason,
here's your parlay. 2-leg
bro.
parlay. Bam, Abdullah Mason, plus 190.
See, that's a future Gary 3D members only prop parlay.
Yeah.
That's that future prop parlay, the member only content.
Guys, join now. Join my membership. Get exclusive 3D boxing perks. And I put petting advice, but obviously that's betting advice. I'll take that to pet your dog too. Let me check my poll. We got 23 votes in, and it's 52%, 52% for Haney, 43% for Norman, and 4% draw. It's gonna be very close again. It's a very
Makes
close
sense.
poll.
No, I don't mind that poll. You know the crazy poll results. I put one up on my Instagram of Bam or of Abdullah versus Sam. Sam getting no respect. 93% to 7%, over 1,000 votes. I thought that because the odds are close, mate.
Yeah.
Sam's not even a 3-1 dog here.
I know, which is wild to me. I don't.
Yeah, the odds are close. Then you look at the odds of Yard versus Benny. The odds of Yard versus Benny are astronomical.
Yeah, like I think. Well, I don't know. I think you're safe taking. So this is our parlay. Bam and Abdullah Mason by stoppage both get you combined. Parlay gets you plus 190. Last fight I want to get into, Benavidez and Yard. I don't even think this is really that competitive.
I like the only thing I would, because we're all going to try to get fancy. We're all going to try to get cute. We're going to try to make money on this. So people are going to take that Benavidez stoppage. But I mean, you have to 74. He doesn't have any stoppages up at this weight class. Yard is a big puncher. He's big. He does fade. He's been stopped twice. It could go the distance.
Yeah, I would just take Benavidez on points. Benavidez money line here. It's
what does that even pay? It's wide now, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
What is the
minus 800 to minus 9?
What
it
does points pay?
That much.
What does points pay?
Plus 180. You want to take Benavidez by points?
I have that. I played that bet. And you know, it's a tough one because it's a 12-rounder. I know Yard fades. I know he's been stopped. I get all of it. It's just we're betting here. It's one of the, I didn't expect to hit with Shushu Carrington at plus 600 on points, but I hit. And so every now and then you get a sprinkle.
Yeah, I'm gonna lay off. I'm gonna lay off the methodology here and just take.
I got Tiger at 10-1 on the knockout against Flaws. So I always do these $100, $10 to 1.
What made you think that because I love Tiger in that fight, which we both did, but I didn't see a stoppage coming at all. What made you think that?
His jab, his length, his distance, him sitting on punches, him changing his head coach, him getting comfortable to 147. Nick Flaz's basic entries, his basic setups. Nick Flaz basically being a domestic sort of front forward guy. And I really rate Tiger. I've been watching him since the amateur, and I'm a Northeast Ohio boy, and he's from Cleveland, so I had a little bit of I had a little bit of that on it.
Where's Marcus now? Ohio is running boxing.
Yeah, he's from Youngstown. I'm friends with him. He's from Youngstown. We're both Youngstown boys.
Too?
Yeah.
Well, I used to have a lot of beef with him on social media. I was a Texas guy. He was the Ohio guy. We used to beef a lot. And then Spence beat Porter, and then it kind of went away for a while.
Oh, so you don't chat with him at all?
I haven't talked to him in a while. I mean,
dude.
Yeah,
you
I
guys
don't
are like
social media much anymore.
You guys are he's really active on Instagram.
Okay.
You guys are like two peas in a pod. You guys would really. I can't believe you guys don't know each other.
No, we know each other. We used to go back and forth a lot. I definitely know Marcus now. I definitely know who he is.
Yeah. So those are the Sean Porter Errol days. That shit was.
Yeah.
That was getting heated. I bet. I'm good. I missed it. Were you on YouTube during those days or no?
No.
Shit would have got crazy.
Yeah.
That's how some of the boys built these large followings. Like Showbiz, it was that era of matchups that you see these guys, YouTube content creators with like 200,000 subs. They've been doing it that long.
Yeah. Speaking of, guys, if you're on my stream, go like Johnny's stream, go sub to Johnny's stream and become a member of Johnny's page. If you're on Johnny's page, go over to 3D Boxing, like my channel, sub to my channel, become a member of my channel.
Yeah, I always send the boys over. And that's why, like, Blue Collar is one of my guys, but I swear I thought Blue Collar was one of your boys too.
Yeah,
we have
probably. We're sharing inventory here. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
No, we're building a community, man.
Yeah.
I even we got to get. I'm going to send you the link because I got to get you in the Discord because one of the Discord boys were like, they gave me another good idea because what we're doing in there is shout out to Gil, my moderator. He's a beast. He set up these parlay polls. So throughout fight week, he does all these individual tabs and he'll be like, pick one, pick one, pick one. And he built this algorithm. So last week was our first week, and the algorithm took all of the people in the Discord who they picked and filtered out us 2 parlays, and they both hit. And I'm like,
Oh,
bro,
nice.
I was like, this is data. This is statistical data that, like, hypothetically, a year from now, 2 years from now, collecting this is stuff that you could use for, like, you know, I already have some ideas for other businesses with that data. But anyway, yeah, the Discord boys, there's a lot of carryover. They're like, Gary does this, so you should do a poll. I'm like, I don't know how to do polls. So
I can
Gil
say
does it.
it's so easy. You want to show you how to do, you don't know how to do a poll?
Are you doing polls on live streams though?
Yeah, I'm doing a poll right now on my channel.
On this,
I'm doing a poll on my channel. If you go open up my channel.
Yeah, but I don't see it on the screen. Where do you see that? I'm going to go to your channel. Are you using this software to do it?
It's on YouTube. Go to YouTube. You can only do it on YouTube, so you got to go to the YouTube channel.
Okay, I'm on it. Yep.
All right.
Where's the poll at? In the comment section.
Yeah, in the comments.
I never knew that. Okay, I see it. Who wins? Haney, Norman Jr. I got to give Norman Jr. to get those odds up. It's up to 48 now. Look at the odds now.
We got another tie. It's 48-48. No, Norman pulls ahead. 52-44 Norman now.
This is insane.
This is close.
Johnny,
it's that kind of fight, guys. I did it the other day. Got 46-46. And
it is that. It is that kind of fight.
Yeah.
It is that kind of fight. I can't wait for this fight. Did we talk? We talked about Mason. We talked about Ben. We talked about Benny. We talked about Haney. That's it. That's all the fights. There's a couple other guys on there. You got your eyes on any of the other fights this weekend? Are you taking any action on Harlem Eubank versus the kid Christian Wagner?
No, I was gonna take Harlem. I like, yeah. The odds. The odds have swung a lot. I liked it a couple of days ago. Now the odds are getting a little out of hand. I
picked Harlem like 4 days ago. He was at $1.42. I thought that was good. So
what I want to keep on. I don't have on my book yet. Is John Fernandez.
John Fur versus Casamonica.
I like Casamonica in this, and he's playing plus 290.
Well, we covered John Fur on my channel his last fight. He's a Spanish guy. He has a bit of a padded record, 27 wins, I think 22 knockouts. Tall, long sort of puncher guy. Casamonica, though, there's not a lot on him. What sell me on Casamonica? Why do you think he goes in there and gets it done?
Remember, he's the one that beat Lucas Body on the.
He lost that decision.
He lost, but yes, BoxRec says he lost. That's
he outpointed him. No, but he outpointed him.
Yeah, BoxRec says he lost, but everyone watching the fight thought
he only has 2 knockouts on his record. He's going against a big puncher.
I've watched Casamonica.
So he's a smooth operator.
He can't punch at all. That's okay. He's a whirlwind of punches. He can win on volume. He's got great feet. He's a better athlete. And John Fernandez is one of those types of guys. He's only 30. I thought he was going to be way older than that. Didn't you feel like he's way older than 30? Yeah, he's only 30.
Yeah, he's been around for a while.
Yeah, but whenever he fights someone decent, he loses. Yeah.
But you got to say, I'm always weary betting like Spain versus Italy boxing matchups. You know what I mean? Like
it's in Spain too. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to, you got to think about the A side there. I'm not going to go too heavy. I think, I mean, what is Casamonica has to be at least a 3-1 dog. What's he
about
paying?
3? It's about plus 290. It's about 3-1.
Okay. Yeah. See, a fight I was thinking about more, if we're dog hunting, is a fight in Japan.
You talking about the Quadras fight?
The Quadras fight. That's exactly
the odds on that are like, I feel like they're begging me to take Quadras in this fight because Quadras
is 36 years old. This will be his 50th pro fight. He's fighting a 30-year-old with 2 pro fights. What am I missing? Like I don't the amateur career? Gary, we've seen this before though. Remember Frankie Rodriguez, Galal Yafai, Albert Badr Gaziev, Jazza Dickens, Sumi Umaha in France. We've seen these guys with under 10 fights fighting these pros with 30 plus fights, going in as big dogs and winning. I think it. I have to do more tape. All I remember about um what's his name? All I remember about the kid with the 50 pro fights, Quadras, is
Quadras?
he's real slow.
Yeah,
He's kind of
he's the one that Bam beat for his first world title. But Quadras is a former world champion. Now it's been 9 years or something since he was a world champion, granted. But he fought and it's 9 years ago. He was the first one that gave Chocolatito a run for his money.
Is he shot though? Like I don't know this. Like, you know what I mean?
He's 30, he's a 37-year-old super flyweight.
Wow.
Yeah, he's probably had
50,
his best days. Yeah,
50 pro fights.
44-5-1, yeah.
So do you think he still has it? I mean, this kid,
I don't know much about Suboy. I don't know. This is a tricky fight to bet, but the odds tell me maybe throw something on Quadras. Like maybe throw a little bit on him.
What's the chat say? Ask the chat. Hey boys, what do we see? Anybody playing? Anyone playing Quadras over Suboy other than little? Who's 200 little man?
Quadras won a world title back in 2016, and then he lost that belt to Chocolatito in his next fight. He beat a guy named Richie Morpherfam in Mexico. That's where he won his world title. He only had the title for a couple of months.
Damn! For anybody who's on the fence about being skeptical about the knowledge of you're going back. Who did he fight in Mexico? Punta fan?
Yeah. This was back in 20, but this is when HBO had all their Superfly stuff. This is when that 100 in a flyweight division and the junior flyweights were.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking at I got his box rec up. He's been around forever. He fought Luis Concepcion back in 2015. He's been around forever.
Ever, yeah.
Richie Meprenum, he stopped him in 2016.
That's where he won his world title. Yeah.
He stopped him in 2016. That was his last.
Ago. Yeah.
He just doesn't want to hang him up.
Well, he lost to Bam in 2022. Yeah.
But he took him the distance. He took him the distance, though.
Yeah, he did.
Is that Bam's last?
That was Bam's first world title.
And that was Bam's first world title. Okay.
3.5 years ago. That's what I was there, and that's when Chris Algieri came up to me and said, "Gary, you know these Texas fighters. How good is Bam?" And I said, "Bam is the best fighter I'd ever seen come out of Texas, and that includes Errol Spence." And Chris Algieri laughed at me. I was like, "Okay,
no shit."
Yeah.
Well, Chris, you know how fighters are. He fought EJ.
He fought EJ. EJ blew him out.
Yeah, he did. I know Chris too, and dude, I always go back to that Ruslan Provatnikov fight. That fucking fight was, dude, because early days of like social media, do you remember those videos that were going around of Provatnikov as a little kid wrestling the bear? Everybody's like, there's newer fighters showing that, but the Siberian Rocky, he had like this lore about him. People were like, and he looked like Genghis Khan.
He had some. Yeah, I mean, it's no wonder he had a short career. But he had some fun fights, man. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a flawed fichter, but a fun fighter. Do you think Algieri won that fight?
Beat Bradley. He almost killed Bradley. Bradley said his speech his speech was slurred and his vision was blurred for months after that fight. Yeah.
I love how you laugh. Your laugh was maniacal.
He had that fight with Matisse too.
Lucas Matisse.
Yeah,
we're throwing some old. Do you think that Provatnikov beat Algieri?
I do. I thought he won wide, clearly.
Me too.
But like that was one of the weird things where he asked like 10 people, and 10 of them all had a strong opinion, except 5 of them thought Algieri won, and 5 of them thought Provatnikov won. There was like no one who watched that fight that goes, "That fight was really close." Everyone's like, it's kind of like Mosley and De La Hoya too, right? This the rematch.
Yeah.
Nobody thinks that fight was close. Everyone either thinks Mosley won 10 rounds or Oscar won 10 rounds. Nobody thinks that fight was close.
Boxing's funny like that. We're probably gonna get something like that this weekend. But buddy, man, thanks for having me on. I got to start locking this up. We've gone over an hour.
We have. I got. Thank you, Johnny. We'll do this again soon.
Thank you.
We agree on everything except for We
The
both
result.
like David Benavidez money line, and then Bam and Mason Abdullah Mason money by stoppage. We just don't agree on the big one.
And that's what makes our sport.
I don't even disagree with you. Like, I don't even think like you're off base on this. I don't really. I think my honest advice is don't bet on the Haney fight. Make money on everything else.
It's good. It's a good. Like I said, the Haney Norman fight doesn't appear on any of my parlays. Oh, that's my guy, High Interest. High Interest is one of my dudes. So he says, "What's up, Gary? Who you got for Haney Norman?" So High Interest, we've been debating this for about an hour. Just go back to the 10-minute mark, brother. Go back to the 10-minute mark, and you'll see Gary and I getting heated on it. But
I'll just say me and Johnny disagree.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah. It was good. It was good.
PJ the Puppet. Shout out to PJ. Oh, one of the great ones. One of my favorites. PJ the Puppet.
Let me show you what PJ put in the Discord today. PJ, by the way, I sent this to my girlfriend and she loves it. Let me show you what he made. This dude's actually. I don't even know how you would make this. I'm gonna play it on my phone.
Johnny, how you feeling, man? And why you don't got a shirt on?
Hold on.
Here today with Johnny. How you feeling, man? And why you don't got a shirt on? I'm feeling great, PJ. Look at these abs. I just ran 50 miles this morning, feeling like a champ. And hey, my girlfriend's the love of my life. Man. Shout out, babe. Respect.
PJ's out of his mind, man. PJ keeps the chat real colorful.
But that whole thing with I talked to Muscles today. I texted with Muscles today. Shout out to Muscles. But with that
no,
whole
you
thing
didn't.
I texted.
Did you talk to Muscles?
I text him every weekend about his parlays.
Tell him to come every weekend. Like bring him on your channel.
He doesn't want to come on anymore. He's more than Muscles. If you're watching, text me. I'll send you the link.
Tell Muscles to come on. Why wouldn't he come on
every weekend?
Dude, that would be great for views.
He doesn't want to come on. I can't make him come on.
The boys would definitely probably take him back. You know what? Don't you think? I mean, they'll give him some shit. Like he'll have to take a beating for a little bit, but then it'd be like the Pied Piper. He'll be welcomed back in.
I'd love to have him back on. He's invited on anytime. The invitation.
Bro, if you ever wanted to get amazing views, you have him back on and let me know, and everybody will be watching.
He's not a guy that likes to scrap like that. Like he doesn't like,
No. I'm saying you have him on and don't even acknowledge it. The chat would go crazy though. Yeah, for some reason he's not Fresh VX. I don't know, man. I don't have any beef with Muscles. I told him he could come on, but he would have to. The chat will let him know some things.
I can't. I don't control Muscles. I don't control the chat. I control one thing. God put me in control of one thing. How I react to things. That's it. I can't control Muscles. I can't control the chat. I can just control
who's Muscles taking this weekend?
He's got the same parlay I do. He's got Bam, Benavidez, and
look what Rando's saying. See, I told you we got a pretty nice. I mean, we'll talk shit. Like the boys in my chat, we'll clown each other, but that's how we roll. Like if you grew up in a locker room setting playing sports or with brother, you shoot the shit. You'll fuck up, and then you'll get clowned, and then we take you back. But he probably doesn't want to get clowned.
Yeah,
because dude, he became kind of a meme. You know what I mean? Self-destructed, dude. That actually bums me out. Like I kind of miss Muscles.
I talk to him all the time.
Tell him I said what's up, dude.
I will.
Tell him I said what's up.
He's invited on the show anytime.
Ask him why.
I wouldn't even ask him about the incident. Like the incident to me is old hat.
Well, you're like an old Italian grandma. That was like my Italian grandma. She blew everything under the goddamn rug until it boiled over, and then all of a sudden she's bringing up shit from like 8 years ago. And I'm like, you just
I'm not gonna bring it up. I don't. It was like what it is. What it is. Like it doesn't. You know that affect me in any way.
You know he didn't. So I got a message from my boy Tommy. He was on your show before. Yeah. So Tommy messaged me and he was like, bro, he was like, he didn't know what was happening, but he was like, Muscles unfollowed me. I was like, really? So I then had to fill in. So Muscles unfollowed Paulie, unfollowed Tommy.
What did Paulie and Tommy have to do with this?
He doesn't know why. He's like, I don't know why he did that. He said he went from talking to Muscles every single day, like a boxing, and then all of a sudden he's like, what happened? And then he unfollowed him. I don't know.
So we got to get Muscles on.
Yeah, dude, it'll be fun.
I don't
It'll
even
be
care
fun.
about the incident. I don't
No,
care.
I know. Now, my chat, I could sit there and posture up and not talk about it, but I can't control what the boys are gonna say.
No, I don't control the chat.
Okay.
The chat's gonna do what the
Okay.
chat does. The chat's gonna chat. Yeah.
We got some savages in
You
there.
got dang right. You got dang right. He did, Jab. You got.
We got
dang-
we got some savages on the chat that
Muscles,
They-
not muscles. A PJ the puppet made this AI thing of a puppet hand holding the ticket. That just said boots.
Yeah.
Boots is minus 1,000.
Yeah,
I
he
win
said
$1
he
million.
bumped. He said he bumped into Muscles at the casino. Did you see the one Critchy? Is there a dude named Critchy in your Discord?
I know Critchy. He's not in my Discord, but he's in my chat sometimes. I know who he is.
Critchy made one of, I guess it's a video of 6ix9ine the rapper doing this interview, but he made it of Muscles talking, and he's like, "I'm just out here robbing y'all." Like
I saw that. Someone shared that. Someone put that in my Discord. I saw it. Yeah.
Oh, so Kingdom Life. You don't know about Ticketgate. If you want to get,
give the elevator pitch. Give it the 30 second rundown.
All right, Kingdom Life, 30-second rundown. Bilal Yafaz was fought Junaid Boston. He was my underdog of the week, and the boys, the whole channel. We got Bilal Fawaz in the rematch at plus 340. Fawaz wins the decision. In my Discord, and I find out in Gary's simultaneously, when all the boys were showing their winning tickets, Muscles posted, I was out with my girlfriend at the time. Muscles posted a ticket that said, "Good job, Bilal," and it was 20,000 to win 40,000. I then check my messages an hour later, and I get a message from Chilltown in the inbox. He goes, "Do you mind if I bring this up?" And I check him hours later. It says, "Do you mind if I bring this up? My bad, I had to do it." And then I'm like, "What the hell?"
He didn't ask me. He just on my Discord. He just went in on him.
And then so TJ Chilltown then pulls out a ticket that Muscle had posted 2 years ago, the exact same ticket. So then it's like people were like, "What?" And so Muscles got caught posting wrong tickets and lying about it, and then he doubled down. He called everyone the N-word and dropped the N-bomb a bunch of times. He was dropping the F-bomb a bunch of times. And then he doubled down, and the next day he said he went to his casino and he showed another ticket printed out. And then we find out that that was AI because the boys in the chat know what casino he gambles at in New Hampshire, and they Google imaged it, and they're like, "This isn't that casino." And then he just wild out and just it's called Ticketgate.
He made a fake ticket, and then he made an AI ticket to cover up the fake ticket. there were obvious discrepancies with the ticket. Like
Kingdom Life, go to my playlist, Kingdom Life, and just type in Ticketgate. You'll find the video, which I did the whole story. Like you'll see the whole thing. It's under Ticketgate.
If TJ just would have had some, if Chilltown would have just chilled, I'd be like, whatever. None of this would have happened.
So
like Chilltown and him have had beef on and off. Like they've always had beef.
I didn't even Chilltown was getting
like that. Like you can tell, like Chilltown didn't like him and he didn't like Chilltown. It was kind of like
people were accusing Chilltown of being in the CIA for even having that ticket. Like, how did Chilltown just on deck have that ticket? You know what I mean? That's pretty wild.
Israeli intelligence. Israeli intelligence.
No, he's smart. TJ's
I don't know how he pulled it up like that too.
TJ's the GOAT, dude. That dude is brilliant.
Like, it was a ticket from mad long ago too.
Mad long ago, and he had trimmed it out and put it side by side. And what Muscles didn't realize is that where the ticket was laying on his marble table, the marble background is kind of like a fingerprint. So you could see it was the same exact marble pattern as well. And he just kept digging
the ticket, it was like a little dent in the ticket too. The dent was in the same place. Yeah,
the dent was what was he thinking?
I've got thinking like, you ever see My Cousin Vinny with the Southern lawyer is like, identical.
Yeah, that's
identical.
Yeah, that's exactly, dude. Dude, shout out to Marissa Tomei. Jesus.
Yeah, shout out. She was great. She was fantastic.
Sicilian Italian.
Yeah.
Holla.
All right, I gotta wrap this, but I've got to wait too long. You good, Chilltown? I mean, you Chilltown. I'm trying to get Chilltown on before the end of the week. You good,
Get him on,
Johnny?
man. I'm good, brother. I'm
Yeah.
good. This was fun. Thanks for having me. And guys, if you follow Gary, follow him.
And if you follow me, follow Johnny.
Yep. Good luck, too, boys. Let's get this money.
Let's get this money from Texas to the world. Thank y'all, and God bless.